Hey, this is René. Welcome back to another video on this channel, and today we will do something different. So I wanted to make a optimization for a Bollinger Bands expert advisor, and you can see it here running in the background. This program is like really easy. We have this Bollinger Bands indicator that draws 3 lines. The middle line is just a moving average, and the upper and lower line is the calculated deviation from this moving average, I think. And the system is a mean reversion strategy. So whenever we have a candle that closes outside of the Bollinger Bands, for example this candle or this candle, then we will open a trade with the beginning of the next bar in the opposite direction pretty much. So this is a well-known Bollinger Bands strategy, and yeah, it is known by many traders, so I wanted to optimize it. And yeah, for this strategy or for this test run, I just use a TP of 300 points and a SL of 300 points. So this is what I'm doing here. But it is not really about this strategy. So what I said is I wanted to make a optimization for this. And I did this optimization before already. So you can see I ran a optimization and I had the following settings. Let me activate the optimization. So I optimized the time frame and the period, and the rest stayed like it is here for now. So we have the option to use a moving average filter, but I did not use this option. So we really had just this simple strategy. Whenever there's a breakout, we trade this breakout, and we have 300 points SL and TP, and that's it. No trading stop, no moving average filter, no nothing. And this is the result for the optimization of the time frame and the periods. You can see for the last, wait, what was the period here? For the last 6 years, this wouldn't have worked in Euro-US dollar. You can see there's not a single backtest with a positive result. So there was a question in my mind now. What happens if we just take all of these signals and simply turn them around? So whenever there's a buy signal, we want to sell, and if there's a sell signal, we want to buy. Everything else stays the same. So we still use 300 points TP, 300 points SL, and we make the same optimization. So this was my idea for the video. So let me show it to you in the program. So we have this program, and we have the signals here, and I will simply turn it turn the signals around. So whenever there's a long breakout, then we want to open a buy trade, execute buy like this. And if there is a sell breakout, if there's a long breakout, yeah, we want to open a buy position. If there's a short breakout, we want to open a sell position. Execute sell like this, and we would have to turn the filter around, but since we do not need it, it doesn't really matter. So if I compile this now, and if we run the program again, like just in a simple visualized backtest, let's have a look at this. So I run the same test again, but now the system signals are turned around. So we should see, if we have a long breakout, we should see a buy trade, and if we have a short breakout, we should see that the program opens a sell trade. So directly in the beginning, yes, this is working. So we see the sell trade as soon as there is a short breakout, and if we have a buy breakout or a breakout above the upper Bollinger Bands line like this here, we see a buy trade. So this is working just fine. 300 points TP, 300 points SL. So we simply turned the system around pretty much. And what I will do now is I will run the same optimization that I did before, but now with a new system where the signals are simply turned around. So we run the optimization, same setting, we optimize the time frame and the period. Everything is the same, and I just hit start, and we will have a look at the results. And I'm really curious what we will see there. Okay, so the tester or the optimizer finished its calculations, and here you can see the results. And we can see on first sight that we do have some positive results, which is very good. But we still have to consider, before we did this test, we did the test with a normal system, where we have this like, where we trade short if we have the long breakout, and where we trade long if we have the short breakout. So let me get this real quick on the screen again. So it was this test, and here you can see some of these tests, or all of these tests, were negative. So we would have expected that now all of the tests are positive, right? And they are really good positive. But this is not the case. But what we see here instead, we see that only some of these tests are now positive. And these are only the tests that were extremely negative before. And they are not as positive as we would imagine. So you can see, for example, we had this 4-hour 10-period backtest here, which had a drawdown of 2,970, and we had this 60% drawdown. But if we look at this test now in the latest optimization, we do not see a profit of 2,900. But instead we see a profit of only 1,000. And this is because we still have the trading costs. And the trading costs they have such a huge impact. So as you can see, slippage, costs, everything, especially spread, which you always pay if you trade, and commission, they have a really big impact. So this makes you unable to just turn around a bad system, or a system that does not perform in a specific period of time. I mean, you can turn it around, but the system has to be like, or has to produce like a really bad performance to be efficiently turned around and be then positive. And also, let me tell you one more thing. If you have a lot of trades, this becomes even worse. So this turning around the system probably only works because we have 600 trades in like 6 years. This is not a high amount of trades. But if we have more trades, like make it 5,000 trades in 6 years, this would not work at all, I think, because the cost for every single trade the costs will sum up, and they will be so high that you cannot make it a profitable system at all. So this is what we can take away from turning around a system. But since we now have a positive result, let us make another test with this result, or testing this result here, where we have a Bollinger Bands time frame of 4 hours and 10 periods. So let's go back to the inputs, and we have 4-hour time frame and 10 periods like this, and then we want to do a single backtest, 4-hour 10 periods like this, and we can give it a go for these last 6 years, and we can even move to the 4-hour time frame here. So let us start this. Let's have a look if everything works correctly, and then we will let the test do its job and look at the results in the end. So we have the short breakout, we have a sell trade, and as soon as we have a long breakout, we should see a long trade. And yeah, I think this is working, so we can just speed up the test and have a look at the graph here and wait until the test is finished. Okay, so there is the result. We now see it on the screen. We have the information here. Oh, this time, if you have a look at the history quality, I made a every tick back test because it is faster than every tick based on real ticks, but the difference is not too high. So yeah, this video was just important to like stress the fact that you cannot simply turn around every system if it makes or if it produces a loss So in hope to generate profits, then turning it around. So it doesn't always work like this, but in this case, this seems to be a valid approach for the previous 6 years for the Euro-US dollar Bollinger Bands system. And if we have a look at the backtest results here, we can see that we made 640 trades roughly. We have a positive profit factor, and we generate $1, or is it dollar or euro? €1.70 with every single trade if we trade it like this. Or at least this is like the expected payoff. It of course doesn't mean that it always has to work like this. Okay, so yeah, we also see some entries by hour, weekday, month, and we see the profits that we made at the days in the week and in the specific month. So if you're interested to trade this strategy on your own, I think I already made a tutorial about this strategy on this YouTube channel, so just check out the video about it. Or if you're interested in a complete course where you learn MQL5 programming, which is even suitable for absolute beginners, you should check out the link below this video. So this is it for this video, which was about turning a system around so you receive positive results instead of negative results, and all the things you have to know about this procedure. So hope you liked this little insight, and we will see each other next time. If you are subscribed to this channel, you will get a notification, so make sure to subscribe and like the video if you appreciate the content. See you next time. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.